Imagine a battlefield where soldiers are no longer alone, where machines walk beside them, think faster than them, and survive where humans cannot. Now imagine those machines aren't just drones in the sky, but humanoid robots, moving in formation, making decisions in real time, and becoming part of military units. This is not a scene from a sci-fi movie. This is happening right now. In recent months, footage has been surfacing across the internet showing humanoid robots training, coordinating, and operating in what looks like military-style environments. At first glance, these clips are presented as harmless demonstrations of robotics research, but when you look closer, a much bigger picture starts to emerge. A picture that suggests China may be quietly building the foundation of something the world has never seen before. A new kind of army. Now let's be clear, China has not officially announced a robot army. In fact, publicly, the narrative is very different. These humanoid robots, according to official statements, are being developed for industrial use, logistics, disaster response, and civilian applications. And yes, that is partly true. But behind the scenes, analysts and experts are beginning to connect the dots. Because the same technologies that allow a robot to navigate a disaster zone can also allow it to move through a battlefield. The same AI that helps coordinate rescue missions can coordinate military operations. And this is where things start to get interesting. What China appears to be building is not an army of robots replacing humans, but something far more advanced and far more realistic. A hybrid military system where humans and machines work together as a single unit. In this system, robots are not the soldiers. They are force multipliers. They extend the capabilities of human fighters, allowing armies to operate faster, safer, and more efficiently. Imagine a squad of soldiers entering a dangerous urban zone. Instead of risking human lives for reconnaissance, humanoid robots move ahead, scanning the environment, detecting threats, and sending real-time data back to the team. They can carry heavy equipment, navigate through smoke-filled buildings, and operate in conditions that would be lethal for humans. This is not about replacing soldiers. It's about transforming what soldiers can do. At the center of this transformation is something even more powerful than the robots themselves: artificial intelligence. Because these machines are not acting alone. They are part of a larger system, often referred to as a smart battlefield. This is a network where drones, satellites, ground sensors, and robots are all connected through AI. Data flows in from multiple sources, and AI processes it in real time, analyzing threats, predicting movements, and suggesting optimal decisions to commanders. In this kind of environment, information becomes the most valuable weapon, and the side that can process that information faster gains a massive advantage. Think about it like this. In traditional warfare, decisions are made based on limited information and human judgment, which takes time. But in a smart battlefield, AI can analyze thousands of variables in seconds. It can identify patterns, predict outcomes, and recommend strategies almost instantly. And humanoid robots become the physical extension of this system. They are not just machines. They are moving nodes in a vast network of intelligence. They carry sensors, communication systems, and tools that allow them to interact with the environment in ways that drones alone cannot. Another critical piece of this puzzle is something called swarm intelligence. China has already been developing systems where multiple drones can coordinate with each other, acting as a single unit. Now imagine that same concept applied to ground robots. Instead of one robot operating independently, you have dozens, even hundreds, working together, sharing data, and adapting in real time. If one unit fails, others can compensate. If the environment changes, the entire system adjusts instantly. This creates a level of resilience and flexibility that traditional military units simply cannot match. But building this kind of system is not just about technology. It's also about people. Because for this hybrid army to work, soldiers need to learn how to operate alongside machines. And this is already happening. Training programs are being developed to teach military personnel how to control, coordinate, and interact with robotic platforms. This is very similar to how drones were introduced into modern warfare. At first, they were seen as experimental tools, but over time, they became essential. Today, it's hard to imagine a military operation without drones, and the same could soon be true for humanoid robots. Now, here's where things take another layer of complexity. Many of these technologies are classified as dual use. That means they can be used for both civilian and military purposes. A robot designed for search and rescue can also be used for reconnaissance in a war zone. A navigation system developed for logistics can guide autonomous vehicles in combat scenarios. This makes it extremely difficult to draw a clear line between peaceful innovation and military development. And it allows countries to advance their capabilities without raising immediate concerns. At the same time, China is not alone in this race. The United States, Europe, Japan, and South Korea are all investing heavily in autonomous systems, AI-driven military platforms, and robotic technologies. But what sets China apart is its focus on scale and speed. Instead of slowly developing and testing technologies in controlled environments, China is rapidly deploying and iterating in real-world conditions. This allows them to gather data faster, improve algorithms more quickly, and accelerate the entire development cycle. And this brings us to one of the most important aspects of this story: the industrial ecosystem behind these robots. Because creating a robotic army is not just about building machines. It requires a massive infrastructure of components and supply chains. Batteries, sensors, chips, actuators, communication systems, and software all need to be produced, integrated, and continuously updated. China has been investing heavily in building this ecosystem domestically. This gives them a significant advantage because they are not relying on external suppliers. They can scale production quickly and adapt to new requirements without major delays. What's even more fascinating is how these systems learn and evolve. Unlike traditional machines, which are static, AI-powered robots can improve over time. Data collected from real-world operations is fed back into the system, allowing algorithms to learn and adapt. This means that each new generation of robots is not just a hardware upgrade. It's a smarter version of everything that came before. The entire system becomes more efficient, more capable, and more autonomous with each iteration. But of course, the battlefield is not a controlled environment. Communication can be disrupted, GPS signals can be blocked, and conditions can change rapidly. This is why modern robotic systems are being designed to operate with a high degree of autonomy. They can navigate without constant guidance, make decisions locally, and continue functioning even when disconnected from central control. This is crucial for maintaining effectiveness in complex and unpredictable scenarios. Another major driver of this rapid progress is simulation. Before these robots ever enter the real world, they are trained in virtual environments where millions of scenarios can be tested in a matter of hours. This allows developers to refine algorithms, identify weaknesses, and optimize performance without the risks and costs of physical testing. China is investing heavily in creating digital replicas of real-world environments, known as digital twins, where AI systems can practice and improve continuously. By the time a robot is deployed in the field, it has already experienced thousands of missions. Now, as these technologies advance, they are triggering a global reaction. When one country demonstrates a breakthrough in autonomous systems, others are forced to respond. This creates a chain reaction of investment and development, leading to what many experts are calling a new kind of arms race. But this is not a race for bigger weapons or larger armies. It's a race for smarter systems, faster algorithms, and greater autonomy. The question is no longer how many soldiers you have, but how intelligent and adaptive your systems are. And with this shift comes a whole new set of challenges. Because when decisions are influenced by algorithms, questions of responsibility become much more complicated. If an AI system makes a mistake, who is accountable? The developer who created the algorithm? The operator who deployed the system? The commander who approved its use? Or the government that oversees the entire process? These are questions that do not have clear answers yet. And as technology continues to evolve, the gap between what is possible and what is regulated is growing wider. This creates a kind of gray zone where innovation moves faster than oversight. Technologies are being developed, tested, and deployed before comprehensive rules can be established. And while this accelerates progress, it also introduces risks, because the more autonomous these systems become, the more important it is to ensure they operate within ethical and legal boundaries. So where does all of this lead? Are we heading toward a future where armies are made up entirely of machines? Probably not. At least not anytime soon. But what we are seeing is the beginning of a new era in warfare. An era where humans and machines are deeply integrated, where AI plays a central role in decision-making, and where the battlefield is defined not just by physical equipment, but by data, algorithms, and connectivity. In this future, the most dangerous missions will increasingly be handled by machines. Reconnaissance in hostile environments, delivery of supplies under fire, operations in areas contaminated by chemicals or radiation. These are tasks that robots can perform without risking human lives. And as these systems become more advanced, their role will continue to expand. But perhaps the most important question is not what these technologies can do, but whether we are ready for the world they are creating. Because once these systems are fully integrated into military operations, there is no turning back. The nature of warfare will be fundamentally changed, and the decisions we make today will shape how these technologies are used in the future. Right now, what we are seeing is just the beginning. The footage of humanoid robots training and operating in controlled environments is only the surface. Beneath that surface is a vast and rapidly evolving ecosystem of AI, robotics, and infrastructure. And China, by investing heavily in all of these areas, is positioning itself at the forefront of this transformation. So the next time you see a video of a humanoid robot walking, running, or training, remember this: you're not just looking at a machine. You're looking at a glimpse of the future. A future where the line between human and machine becomes increasingly blurred, and where the outcome of conflicts may depend not on who has the most equipment, but on who has the smartest systems. And that future is already beginning.